Hello everyone. Today our group would like to present our research called Implementing the Ideal Design and Push Notification Frequency for E-commerce Applications. My name is Azzel and Aristo.
My name is Jonathan.
My name is Cynthia Gladys Hartono.
And today we're going to start with our abstract. Our abstracts our notifications are one of the most important aspects of an application. This is because the function of this aspect is to provide users with an important information about the application, especially for e-commerce applications, which must notify users about many things such as new products, delivery locations, buyers want to buy their products, and so on. In general, the notification method that is often used by e-commerce application is the push notification. Although notifications are important, many users will ignore these notifications due to certain factors. Therefore, we research various types of notification for e-commerce application and determine what would make an ideal notification design for users. The keywords are notifications, design, frequency, and motivation and behavior.
All right. Now I'm going to continue with our introduction. So one of the most important aspects of apps are in notification. The application needs notification to keep application relevant. However, nowadays, notifications in application are more likely in a form of spams, which makes the user think that most notifications are unimportant, which is why they unlikely use the app. With that in mind, we decided to do some research to find out what might tricking the user into taking the time to open the notification in a particular app.
I will continue for the literature review. Notifications are a feature of an application to give message to users, so user can find out even that related to the application that is being used. In the mobile world of constant connectivity and information overload, smartphones receive an average of tens to hundreds of notifications every day. There are also terms such as mobile push notification and push message, along with other types of notifications such as active or passive notifications. Push notifications are a core feature of mobile apps that allow publishers to interact with existing app users to deliver advertising content. However, notifications that appear get a poor response from people. The notifications sent by application, especially in e-commerce applications, where sending notification is often sent to users of e-commerce applications and becomes behavior carried out by e-commerce applications. Another factor that influences the notifications of user to open notification is not only the application, but the behavior of the users also affects how users respond to these notifications. User will pay more attention to notifications that are urgent and more personal, such as calendar reminders, private message, missed call, emails about work, and will ignore notifications that are bulk. However, notifications that appear get a bad response from people to notifications sent by applications, especially in e-commerce applications. This is caused by several factors. The first factor is the design of application notification, which is less attractive to users, thus causing the user to be disinterested in opening the notifications. Another factor is the frequency of notifications sent, where the frequency of sending notifications too often can annoy user at certain times, especially spam notifications. The volume of notifications received by user is often a large number of. Ultimately, these notifications are ignored by users. So a delay is needed to able to set an ideal time to send these notifications. To increase the effectiveness of notifications is encouraging the use of the desired applications. More attention should be paid to promote components of notification that can be updated or modified so that it can affect responsiveness. Things that can be paid more attention to in updating notifications, starting from the average of design to the frequency of sending notifications so that notifications don't accumulate. Notifications are designed to get user attention. Therefore, we implicitly accept the possibility of interfering in the effectiveness of other users, depending on the type of concurrent activity. User can have different interrupt setting and can have different impacts.
Okay, so I will continue for the proposed method. The proposed method that we'll be using will be carried out qualitatively. because we think that the thoughts and knowledge of individuals who have already have experience in designing applications and designing notifications will be very important for our feedback and for our improvement. So we think that the qualitative method is perfect for it, and it will be done so that the observations of an individual's habits can also be made more deeply and more accurately, and so we can get a more detailed picture about the individual's habits. So in order to do that, we'll be conducting by distributing questionnaires to several expert respondents and also ordinary respondents, so for people who have used digital technology or e-commerce applications. And so we can conclude from the questionnaires that that the users want to receive notifications, and also we can also work on writing notifications that are good, correct, and also attractive towards the users. And also next we will discuss the results and discussion. The results of this research is opinion based on how the notification app should be designed. We have gathered 25 respondents to answer our questionnaire, and these are their feedbacks. From a data perspective, we have gathered 25 samples that will be helpful and useful for us in designing the ideal notification type. And we have gathered them from using questionnaires and also interviewing them. And through these answers, we have learned a lot of things that could be improved and also a lot of things that could be revised. And to implement all of them, we have created a prototype of the notification design that has been made towards the answers of the respondents. So these are the designs that have been made based on the respondents' opinions, and we ask them to answer based on their intuition and based on their instincts, so on how these notifications should be designed. And also through these samples, we have gathered all the insights from our respondents, as you can see right here. There are 100% of our respondents who have used e-commerce applications. So a lot of them were definitely very experienced in this kind of in this kind of world. So we can gather the best information and the best response from them. And also, we have also reviewed that 60% of the respondents were currently satisfied with their notification design from their e-commerce application, while 40% of them are not satisfied. And also, through the samples, we have gathered that 92% of the people would love to have their notification content to be shortened, because it just contains a lot of lines of phrases, so it could be disruptive towards the users. And out of the 4 options that were given up here for the notification design, like a lot of them prefer the white piece, the white, clean, and also the simple one with 50% of the vote, followed by the darker version with 36% and 8% with the darker but with the complex version. While none of them picked the colorful version because it just disrupts the information, as they said. And for these situations, like 88% of them were not pleased with the frequent notifications, and 12% of them doesn't really mind about the frequent notifications. And they want it to be shortened, but for about 2 until 4 hours at least, so they can gather the best email notification at the best time.
Now we would close our presentation with the conclusion. Now, based on the literature papers that we have read and we have analyzed, many of them, we can conclude that many of them discuss, investigate how notifications are inefficient and unattractive, especially for e-commerce app. Now, after our further investigation by spreading questionnaires to our target respondents, we found that text length needed to be shortened to motivate users to open their applications. It wasn't necessary because too many notification items could distract the user and prevent them from receiving the intended information properly. That is all from our group. Thank you for listening. And